Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Jason, your strength and confidence coach, and I am outside now just enjoying the sun, enjoying myself. And I had an important video idea that I really wanted to put out there, and the fact that I haven't made a YouTube video in quite some time, I wanted to start getting back into that rhythm so that way I can help you guys out. And I've talked a lot in the past about I've done a lot of vlogs, I've done a lot of stuff about NoFap, but today I want to talk about weight loss and fat loss, because when I was really overweight as a teenager, a big portion of my self-improvement journey was losing weight, and it was the first carryover that I started to get into improving myself and becoming a better person. And without it, I don't know where I would be now. And basically what happened was, I'll throw a picture up if I remember, but when I was just turning 16, I weighed 210 pounds. I was really overweight, and now I'm about 176 or so, but obviously I have a lot more muscle on. When I was 17, I got down to 160, so I lost 50 pounds from age 16 to 17, and I definitely could have done it a lot better. I definitely could have done it a lot faster. I definitely could have gotten better results over the past 6 years as far as like injury prevention goes, nutrition goes, getting into a rhythm. And I basically wanted to share 3 things that you want to start getting into the habit of, or start being conscious of, if you want to lose 50 plus pounds. And I'm talking about that number specifically because 50 plus pounds is quite a lot of fat to lose. And you know, you look at a lot of people that are in the gym scene, they want to start getting their abs to pop out, you know, they want to lose like 10-20 pounds maybe, but when you got 50 to lose, you're talking about, you know, getting your blood pressure lower, getting your cholesterol lower, you know, health consequences due to your weight. And I know that I struggled with blood pressure. I had 160 over, 160 over 80 when I was 16 years old. Ugh, like not good. And that 210, by the way, I was not playing any sports. It was all body fat. All of it was body fat. So thankfully I'm out of that. So the first thing that I want to talk about is becoming aware of what is your downfall, right? So I'll give you guys a quick story. When I first got into working out and stuff, it was basically, well, the first attempt ever was me doing P90X and Beachbody, and that shit was stupid because you have to follow some strict workout program and diet plan, and that stuff doesn't work. The key to your weight loss is going to be through the daily things that you do on a daily basis, right? On a daily basis. The things that you don't stress too much over, but the things that you're just automatically doing, and you know, you have a conscious effort in order to change those habits. It's getting into the understanding of that. That's your first thing. So your downfall, right? What do I mean by that? What I mean is, when I first started, one of my biggest problems was that I had to make the food on my own, and all I would make was frozen pizza and like drink chocolate milk and eat Pop-Tarts, and just, it was just a bunch of junk because I didn't know how to cook, right? That was my main thing. So when I first got interested in weight loss, I asked my mom to teach me how to cook, and my mom started teaching me how to cook, and then over time I became better at cooking. And when I became better at cooking, I started to go more towards healthier options, because I didn't need to eat the frozen pizza. I didn't need to eat the Burger King or the Wendy's or the McDonald's or the Taco Bell, because I was able to make my own food. So, you know, like first was very simple. She taught me how to make like some omelets with some eggs. I was able to get protein in. She taught me about protein shakes, which was nice. It wasn't really like a protein shake. It was more like one of those Slim Fast shakes back in the day, but you know, that was definitely a good blessing that she was able to teach me how to cook. So I would say, honestly, probably the main thing that we're going to get out of this is the aspect of learning how to cook and knowing what your downfall is. So for me in particular, my downfall was not knowing how to cook, and that may be your downfall too, but there are some people that have different downfalls. Some people, they just strictly overeat at night and they binge eat at night, and I know that used to be a struggle for me. Finding out what your downfall is and finding out why you're overeating, finding out why you're binge eating is going to be one of the biggest aspects in your full recovery of losing 50 pounds, because the truth of the matter is that you have to stop thinking like you are now, and you have to start thinking like a totally different person. You have to start thinking about somebody that is 50 pounds, 60 pounds, 70 pounds lighter than you are. It's going to require a huge change, and if you don't have the self-awareness to know what it is that's causing you to gain weight and what's causing you to be overweight in general, then you're never really going to figure out how to solve it. So I would say that one thing is figuring out what your downfall is. Number two, learn how to cook a nice healthy meal. Learn from somebody. You can watch YouTube demonstrations. If people don't know, people in your household or people that don't really know how to cook, you don't really have anyone to teach you, use YouTube. There's tons and tons and tons of recipes out there. Get yourself a coach that will help you create a meal plan. That's another option. Don't wait on the fact of doing these things too, because that's going to be an important thing, is that when it comes to getting into the weight loss aspect of things, that you have to stop procrastinating and you have to stop being lazy. And I say that with my dearest amount of love and a dearest amount of heart, because I know that when I was 50 pounds overweight, I was lazy as shit. I would procrastinate everything I would do. All right, I would always go for the short-term pleasure. And when I see in overweight clients and overweight people, is that there tends to be a lot of very bad habits that are in your lifestyle and your daily activities that are not making a good situation for you, and you probably know it too. And when you come to the truth of those things, you're really going to start to make the difference for yourself, right? So I guess we've already went over two things, right? Because that kind of correlated to the first, knowing your downfalls, knowing your weaknesses, learning how to cook a nice healthy meal. And then I would say 3 is join some sort of community. I am going to put I'm going to put a link in the description down below with my own strength and confidence group. It's a fat loss group. It's meant to help support people in their weight loss journey with tons of different tips on exercise, nutrition, and your mindset. So make sure you guys come over there. I also have a fat loss series on there, so if you want access to the fat loss series, just simply comment down fat loss and I'll make sure that I send that over to you. But essentially what we want to look at is to sum up everything in this video, it's essentially we want to look at our daily habits, the things that we do on a daily basis, where some are constructive and some are deconstructive. We want to learn how to change those deconstructive habits into constructive habits, because what most people try to do is they say, okay, I'm going to cut out the sugar, I'm going to cut out all the carbs, or I'm going to start working out 5 days a week, and they try to go all in at once, but it doesn't really do much because they can only follow it for so long, and then it becomes a chore, and then it becomes this impossible task, and it becomes something that you don't enjoy, and then you don't stick to it, right? So we want to talk about our habits. That's the third thing, really, is making the decision to change your habits, to change the daily things that you do on a daily basis. Maybe you need to wake up 15 minutes earlier so you can prepare yourself some breakfast. Maybe you need to drink more water in the morning. Maybe you need to prepare 3 workouts for the week on the days that you aren't super busy. It's gonna take some conscious effort with that. If you want more help with that, comment down below any questions. I can definitely help you out with that. If you really are struggling, then we can also just chit chat on the phone if you really want some help there. But joining a community, knowing how to cook, and deconstructing those bad habits are going to be the best thing that you can do for your 50-pound weight loss plus journey. So I hope this helps you guys out. I really wasn't doing like a full-on plan. I kind of wanted to just speak my mind a little bit today and really think deep about the struggles that I used to have when I was first getting into it, and what are some of the things that helped me was, everything that I just mentioned, learning how to cook, fixing my habits, and joining that community. And just, especially the community was a huge aspect for me, knowing that other people are going through the same thing, being able to bounce ideas off each other, being able to share our thoughts, and being able to share the times when it starts to get really hard, and it's good to have somebody there to pick you up. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to like and comment down below, and we can chat. So this is Jason, your strength and confidence coach, signing out.